You've probably heard the phrase, the American dream. But have you ever stopped to ask whose dream built America? While most people recognize names like Warner Brothers and Apple, what often goes unnoticed is the rich immigrant legacy behind these global giants. In fact, some of the most influential companies in the United States were founded by people who came from small Polish towns with little more than grit, tradition, and an unshakable belief in opportunity. Today, we're going to uncover the Polish roots behind household names, from tech pioneers to Hollywood legends, and discover how immigrants from Poland helped shape modern America, one company, one innovation, and one dream at a time. Let's begin in the golden age of cinema, Warner Brothers. A name that evokes some of the most iconic films, actors, and franchises in history, wasn't created by Hollywood elites. It was the brainchild of four brothers, Harry, Albert, Sam, and Jack Warner, the children of Polish Jewish immigrants who came to North America in the late 19th century. Their parents had fled persecution and poverty in Krasnielsk, a small town in Poland then under the control of the Russian Empire. The Warner brothers were born in Canada and Ohio, raised in modest conditions, and quickly discovered a fascination with the new invention of moving pictures. By the early 1900s, they had scraped together enough resources to open their first theater in Pennsylvania. It wasn't glamorous, but it was a start. Fast forward to 1923, and Warner Brothers Pictures was born. The studio would soon revolutionize the industry with the release of The Jazz Singer in 1927, the first full-length feature film with synchronized dialogue, marking the beginning of the sound era in film. The Warner Brothers didn't just entertain the world, they transformed the way stories were told forever. What started with four Polish immigrants trying to make a living turned into a global entertainment empire. Their journey is a testament to resilience, vision, and the enduring power of family. Now, jump ahead a few decades. From the movie screen to the computer screen, Apple Inc. is synonymous with innovation, sleek design, and global dominance. While Steve Jobs is often credited as the face of Apple, it was Steve Wozniak, the quiet, technical genius behind the scenes, who built the first personal computers that launched the company. What many don't realize is that Wozniak is of Polish descent. His father, Franciszek Wozniak, came from a Polish family that valued education, discipline, and curiosity. These values were passed down to Steve, who would go on to design the Apple I and Apple II computers, arguably the first true personal computers available to the general public. Without Wozniak's engineering brilliance, Apple might never have gotten off the ground. His story is not just one of invention, it's one of heritage. The same work ethic and mechanical creativity that defined generations of Polish craftspeople can be seen in Wozniak's groundbreaking work. In every iPhone, MacBook, or iPad today, there's a legacy that traces back to a Polish-American innovator who quietly changed the world. Not all success stories come from tech or Hollywood. Some come from the kitchen. In Shenandoah, Pennsylvania, in 1952, a man named Ted Twarzyk decided to take a leap of faith. Inspired by his Polish mother's pierogi recipe, he started a frozen food company out of their home. At the time, few Americans outside of Polish neighborhoods even knew what a pierogi was. But Twarzyk believed in the product, and more importantly, in the cultural connection it represented. He named the company Mrs. T's Pierogies, and within a few years, it became the largest producer of pierogies in the United States. What started as a way to honor family and tradition became a multi-million-dollar business that brought Polish cuisine to American supermarkets nationwide. This is more than just a story of food. It's a story of how immigrants keep their culture alive in a new land, and how that culture, when shared, enriches everyone. If you've ever worked with electrical tools, you've probably used something from Klein Tools. What you may not know is that the company was founded in 1857 by Matthias Klein, a craftsman of German-Polish descent who settled in Chicago. Klein Tools started as a small blacksmith operation, making tools for local tradesmen. But as America industrialized, so did Klein Tools. The company became a trusted name in hand tools for linemen, electricians, and mechanics. 6 generations later, it's still family-owned, a rare achievement in modern American business. From the building of skyscrapers to the wiring of cities, Klein Tools has been there for over 160 years, powered by the same immigrant spirit that founded it. In the bustling Polish neighborhoods of Chicago, another food story was taking shape. Polish immigrants, eager to preserve their culinary traditions, began importing and producing traditional meats like ham, kielbasa, and head cheese. From this grew Krakus Foods, one of the first Polish meat brands to gain national distribution in the U.S. Krakus ham became a staple in delis and grocery stores, offering a taste of the old country in the new world. The brand didn't just sell food. It sold identity, pride, and memory for millions of Polish Americans. In cities across the country, Detroit, Buffalo, Cleveland, Milwaukee, you'll find Polish delis and food importers like Srodex, Halina's, and Polana.com that keep these traditions alive. Sometimes, Polish heritage isn't just found in people, it's in place names. In Warsaw, Indiana, a town named after Poland's capital, a group of local entrepreneurs launched the Warsaw Chemical Company in 1941. Specializing in commercial and industrial cleaning products, the company quietly became a leader in its field. While not as flashy as tech or film, its impact is real, cleaning supplies used in hospitals, schools, and businesses nationwide. The town's name, chosen in honor of Polish independence, became home to a legacy of its own. Back in Hollywood, another familiar name, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, or MGM, also has Polish roots. One of its co-founders was Samuel Goldwyn in Warsaw, Poland. Like many Jewish immigrants of the time, he left Europe seeking safety and freedom. Goldwyn became a key figure in early Hollywood, co-founding what would become one of the most powerful and enduring studios in film history. The Golden Lion that roars before each MGM movie, that's part of a legacy that started in Warsaw. While Stanley Black & Decker wasn't founded by Polish immigrants, it's worth mentioning the massive role Polish-American workers played in the rise of U.S. manufacturing in the 20th century. In factories across the Northeast and Midwest, immigrants from Poland filled jobs in steel mills, tool shops, and assembly lines. They didn't just build tools, they built the middle class, union movements, and the industrial strength of America. Their work helped companies like Stanley grow into international powerhouses. So what do all these stories have in common? Whether it's a world-famous movie studio, a revolutionary tech company, a frozen food brand, or a humble chemical factory, they all share one thread: the courage and creativity of Polish immigrants and their descendants. These weren't just business founders, they were bridge builders, linking tradition with innovation, old world with new world, hardship with hope. Their stories remind us that immigration isn't a burden, it's a blueprint for success. That behind every logo, every product, and every legacy is a human story rooted in culture, family, and perseverance. The American dream doesn't belong to any one group, but it's often written in the accents of those who dared to chase it across an ocean. For Polish Americans, that dream wasn't just chased, it was built, brick by brick, bite by bite, and bite by bite. If this story moved you, share it. Like the video, hit subscribe, and drop a comment about your own family's roots or favorite Polish-American brand. The stories we tell shape the world we live in, and these are stories worth remembering. Thanks for watching.